James Gunn has been handed the reins of all the new movies coming from DC Comics, formerly the position held by Zack Snyder. 12 years following the latter's Man of Steel, we will soon be getting Gunn's interpretation of Superman, with a movie simply called Superman. Most comic book fans are currently in a war between whose interpretation of the character will be better, Snyder's grim, dark, Nolan-y version or Gunn's new, seemingly more lighthearted one. Frankly, I don't give a shit about Zack Snyder or James Gunn, but I do care about good direction, and I don't think James Gunn is going to deliver. Let's go back to 1978 and to a man named Richard Donner, director of, these. Donner was an eyes-on-the-prize journeyman who started his feature filmmaking career all the way back in 1961. He has a grand total of 0 writing credits. His job was manning the camera and doing it effectively. Obviously a top candidate for an effects-heavy action blockbuster. Let's take 2 similar scenes from Donner's Superman and Gunn's and see which one is directed with more confidence. Firstly, Donner. Here, Gene Hackman's Lex Luthor, Ned Beatty's Otis, and Valerie Perine's Eve Teschmacher are in Lex's base awaiting his dastardly plan to go through until Superman bursts through the door. We see the reactions of everyone in the room. Lex addresses Otis, and Superman and Lex exchange words. Very simple. Now Guns. Lex and one of his goons are having a conversation. Superman bursts through the door. We see the reactions of everyone in the room. Lex addresses Eve, Superman throws a desk, and then Superman and Lex exchange words. Very simple. What makes these scenes different, and what makes Donner's direction so much better? Firstly, look at how the locations are set up. Both mostly show you one part of the room, but the Donner frame has 3 layers directing our eyes, a foreground to give perspective, a middle ground to show us what to look at, and a far background that fills out the frame and emphasizes the scale of the set. For Gunn, we have a middle ground and a background with no anchoring perspective for the same exact action. The arrangement just leaves Lex sitting there waiting for Superman to come towards him, and the set itself is far less detailed or opulent. Now for blocking. Movement in this scene is dictated by the assuredness of the characters. Ned Beatty's character moves around a lot, pointedly behind Lex like a scared puppy. Lex, however, has no need to move from his seat. He's totally in control and gets to smile and look smug as Superman, also assured, keeps a comfortable distance. In Gunn's scene, the closest character to Otis moves in fear, but with much less character, simply pressing himself against the glass. And Eve does a crouching recording motion, who's also sloppily out of the frame when cut to any other given angle, showing little spatial awareness on Gunn's part. Even the shot reverse shots are worse. Look at this angle they keep returning to for Lex. Alone in the frame, but put to the left to implicate where he is in relation to Superman, seamlessly matching the establishing shot. There's no need to put the other character in the frame, not only because of their distance, but because Donner's set is worth looking at. Gunn, on the other hand, covers up the frame to shrink his location as much as possible. Bonus round. What motivates each director's camera? Superman is in the center of the frame. How do we make it feel natural when we cut back to Luthor in the same position? Have Beatty move.
Luthor, where's the gas pellet?
Somewhere.
As for Gunn, literally anything. Just move 1 iota and Gunn's camera's moving.